The City of Angels is black and gold. You are listening to the Heart of LAFC podcast. And now, Joseph Zacher.
Greetings, Los Angeles. Welcome to episode 374 of the Heart of LAFC podcast. I'm going to call this one Showdown at BMO, as once again we find ourselves in a win or go home situation, at least back at home, facing Vancouver, because we just can't help but playing these guys 85,000 times. It's what we do best. We love to play Vancouver. Of course, we took our lumps in the last match. We'll definitely cover that and get you ready for the match tomorrow. Yep, a rare Friday night showdown. We're all in for this thing. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. Of course, can't have this show without our boys in the mix. We've got Bam. We've got Tony doing their thing. Welcome, gentlemen. I see Tony is in total darkness. I think he's resting and preparing his voice for his performance tomorrow. Tony, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty well. Excited for tomorrow and excited for tomorrow because it's another game. We're the only game on the aspect, but also the only good thing out of the weekend is no trip to Ohio if we make it all the way.
Yeah, no love for Ohio. Just going to say that right now. We don't have to go there. We don't have to deal with them. Goodbye. Congrats to the Red Bulls. I'm just going to say that right now. May you have a long and prosperous run until the final. I'm just going to leave it there for the East Coast. Yeah, so we'll see what goes on with that. Yeah, it should be fun in the East. There could be some upsets. Atlanta United's got a good chance, and so let's hope for topsy-turvy stuff over there for our own sake. And of course, we got to get our job done here. Bam sitting over there doing his thing back in studio. A rare studio appearance for Bam. We're happy to have him back in the mix. Bam, how are you doing, sir?
Yeah, not too bad. Been stressful a couple of days, but back in the studio, back having fun. So let's get on. Let's win it tomorrow, and let's keep going forward and hope that Atlanta knocks out Miami.
Hey, as long as we got football as our escape from the whirlwind of life, at least, again, we have football, and that's always proven true for all of us. So, yeah, that's why we're here. That's what we do. We're not going to get any of the other mixes going on. It's about us. It's about the community. It's what we do here in Los Angeles. You know how it is. We stay golden. So let's get into that first match. I know a lot of you did go out to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Made it look proper. Good on all you guys for making that trip there. Of course, we had some traveling support as well. All love to you guys too. Game 2, though, not all the love I can say for the side for the performance they put in, and we'll cover that now. But man, I know we are in it because of this thing. I know, Tony, you were over at the cemetery. No, you didn't go either. Good. I was celebrating Godzilla Day, so I just leave that there. But yeah, I did watch the match, of course. Yeah, rough times. I'm gonna throw it to Tony because we're not gonna take too long with this thing. But how did things go down, sir?
First 10 minutes, Ryan Gold with the goal of Vancouver, their only goal of the game. There's a reason why I say that. It was kind of a loss in possession, not marking men. Goal got the lucky bounce and put the ball away from the penalty box. And then not even 3 minutes later, across by goal again, but this time to no one but to Hollingshead's foot, and he puts it in with a good kick into our own goal. Lloris going, what the hell happened? And from then on, it was kind of their game to play. We had chances, just couldn't finish them. And not until the 68th minute was when Mr. Eddie Sakura got his name on the board for the other team. And it was kind of just like a mixy play. Unfortunately, his back heel hit the ball, put it into the back of the net with a weird spin. And that is what the game called for. 3-0. Their last game, maybe at the BC. Oh yeah, the last game at BC Place, because they are one of the bottom seeds. And we go back to Friday to try to shut this down.
Yeah, for all the naysayers to the 3-game series, including myself, if we was on total goals, guys, we'd be calling this a season. That's how bad this was, right? Brutal. Yeah, it couldn't get any worse. Of course, the 2 self-inflicted wounds in this thing, they were flat. It was a bad day for the guys. Yes, there were times where we had possession. Yes, there was time where it looked like we were building things up, but shambles, absolute shambles. And I do give credit to Vancouver. They were in it. They were pressuring. They were creating the mistakes that we made by applying pressure, right? They've got a great offense. We know that already. We know what they're built with. We know how healthy they are now. We warned you guys, right, that it wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and well, it got proven in the worst way possible. Tough stuff, and yes, people need to be held to account. Bam, your impressions on this debacle of a match?
Debacle is an understatement for me. We should have done a lot better. Like, as I've said multiple times, I've enjoyed watching Ryan Gould over the years, and he just showed why he's such a good player yesterday. His pressure off the ball, all that kind of stuff. He can just do it all. So we've got to make sure we lock him down and make sure that him, Brian White, and Stuart Armstrong don't get the free space, can't create opportunities. And we just got to do that because, yeah, you see what happens when we don't.
Yeah, it's brutal. I mean, we have these off nights and they are off. Now, looking at the lineup and seeing what we built for this match, we did go with the 3-4-3 again because you seem to like that one. And as you heard, it was Long, Chanot, and Palencia deep with O'Brien and Tillman holding in the middle, Olvera, Hollingshead on the outside. It was Giroud show again with Bogus and Bouanga this time. That was our lineup. Theirs was typical. Again, the white and gold show with Picot, who's definitely in form. Kubas, Armstrong, Ahmed, Vilsanovic, Blackman. Yeah, Blackman. Berhalter, Adekugbe, and Takaoka. Was their typical lineup, was what we expected from them. But again, they had their full lineup. Our side on the other side, I mean, yeah, the 3-4-3 is something we're familiar with, but are we honestly running the best lineup? We have to start asking that question, looking at what's going on here. How long is it going to last with the current experiment? And is it going to get us bounced out of this thing? What are we going to do next? Tony, looking at the lineup, looking at how things played out, what concerned you the most outside of crazy own goals?
Giroud's just lack of chemistry with the team, to be honest, let's be real. Like, it's not working at the moment. Like, I don't know if it's like just this, we're not feeding him the right situation or anything like that, but it just doesn't seem to mesh well with the team. He could have, like everyone says, he could have that Bale moment that we just need for him, but unfortunately, it's not working like that. You know what I mean? We have more charisma, I guess, when it's Kai, because he, understands and he can create his own self. And I just don't see Giroud right now just doing that with him.
Yeah, how hard can you hammer the square peg in the round hole, right? That's what you got to wonder is at what point do you really feel that you're simply a detriment to your own playoff chances because you got to prove a point, I guess. It seems really strange that if something is not working, and it is clearly not. Look at the generation of shots in this game, quality chances when he was on the field. If it's not working, I understand he's a quality player. We know that. But if it's not working with this lineup, you can't magically go, well, one day it's going to just pop off. Is it worth this season to get bounced out by throwing a mulligan for the first 65 minutes? Because it's kind of where we're at. Am I off on this, man? Like, this doesn't make sense anymore, does it?
No, it doesn't. You look at it, go, maybe with Velas in the lineup with him, they might be dealing better. But I think at the moment, it'd be a safe bet to bench him, put Kai Kamara out, then bring Drew on for the last 15 minutes, get us at 3 goals up and go from there. But at the moment, I don't think it's worth him starting. It's just he's not gelling. He's not doing what he should be doing. So bench him.
I mean, are there any other teams in the playoffs that are throwing their striker in there that have no goals in league play? It's odd. It's odd. I know who he is, or who he was, right? I don't get it. It's strange to me, and I don't think any other team would do this at this point. You just want to get across the line and move on. Feelings, no feelings. Do you really want to grind this one out and hope we survive this round of playoffs? And you're going to try it after a couple weeks off now? Say we do survive. Man, rough case, guys. You got to make the hard decisions. That's what they pay these people to do.
Exactly. And you look at it too, he's going maybe a full preseason. He will get better next year. But at the moment, we should be setting out the lineup that will score goals, that will keep us in the playoffs and let us win the trophy. At the moment, the way he's playing, we're not winning anything.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look the part. That's for sure. And it does drive you crazy because what got us here, what got us the top seed, counterattack, transition, quick movement, get around their defense, keep them unsettled, not wait and see with a guy in the middle, pepper the ball in and hope it hits him. Like I don't. That's not what got us to where we're at. But now that's all of a sudden what we're playing. It's an identity crisis at this point. And it's nice that we have the talent that can come off the bench and save us late, week in and week out. But in the playoffs, things tighten. In this case, a team jumped on us. Now what are you going to do? You just can't afford to play games like this. It's tough. Of course, I see the faith with the comments, and I do want to hear from you guys on this as well because I'm frustrated. You see Tony, he's frustrated. Bam, look at the faces, right? We're just, what do we do now? We just want to see the boys win, and are we putting our best foot forward? You got to ask the question. Got to ask the hard questions. So let's throw it out to the supporters. I see a couple comments here. See what you guys think as we get into this huge, huge match. Gerardo Rios says Dale black and gold. He's calling for Vela hat trick if he plays.
Even then, at the moment, would you play Vela?
I don't think they will.
Sub.
I don't think they will.
I think it's more of a sub. He does still have like the touch for like everything, but not the speed that he once had.
Yeah, because like if you are going to start him, who you pulling? Because whoever you're pulling, besides Giroud, you're just killing them off. Because at the moment, the players that are there are gelling. Yes, they had an off night in Vancouver, but besides Giroud, there's no one that you would drop at the moment.
Yeah, again, what makes us dangerous? Slowing the game down never did. That's never been us. A hold possession type of team. Not us. Not us. It's the speed. It's the powerful play from the corners. Bonga coming in when a team is unsettled because you got the pass out wide to him and he comes in and isolates somebody. Well, that doesn't happen if you slow the game down. Now they're set for you. The things that break down teams with this team and the talent it has, it's not that. So it's tough. Gerardo Rios did throw it out there. He did say they know what to do, but they have to execute. To be honest, I think Giroud's going to be playing great once he gets a full preseason. He's on the benching side as well. I see Mendo on here as well. Says, what's up, y'all? Good having you on here. And then Mr. Mark Lopez in the mix. Says Bongo was better with the full preseason, but he still produced before the full preseason. Yeah, production isn't happening. It just isn't happening. Again, this isn't hate on Giroud, guys. It's just if it doesn't fit, right? Like you got to make your moves. You got to win the game. And you can't wait and hope things work out. That's not how playoffs work. You have to dictate things and just get the job done. Simple as that. And yes, Giroud coming on later in the game, as Tony suggests, where the other side is getting fatigued, and now you have him coming in full tilt because he can be physical, right? Maybe that's the way you dominate a team. You close out with him. But, man, we just can't sacrifice another first half. This is the playoffs. It's like we don't know who we are yet, and we're in the middle of the battle. Crazy. All right. Thank you, Mark. Guys, keep throwing the comments out there as we continue on with this bad boy. I'll move on to community news with Tony. Do we have anything special planned for tomorrow, sir? What's going down, sir?
Just the tailgates that we usually have. Also, AIM is back to collecting for the Christmas drive for toys for, their underprivileged kids, everything like that. Just go to the Instagram or the stories. The link is in the bio for if you can't physically like drop off a gift, there is an Amazon link to pretty much just, pick out a gift. It gets sent to them, and that's the best way to do it. So shout out to Vic for always, doing this every year.
We love Vic. Athletes in the Making is an amazing organization. Family puts in so much hard work. Definitely there is support out there, guys. It's awesome. Black and Gold Vinyl, we can just keep moving forward on this thing. Bam, you had one. I thought it was pretty funny. You want to run with it?
If you did listen to Defenders Before Us today with the one night sleep, Philly had some time before they went live and decided to make up his own rendition of Sound of Silence with the call out to Why Do We Keep Playing Vancouver? So if you get a chance, go back and listen to that. It is actually a bit funny. Good old Philly with his off key and all that kind of stuff. And talking about Philly too, just want to throw it out there. He has 2 founder tickets for this weekend game that he's still trying to sell because he can't make it because he's got to go call a college basketball. Reach out to him.
He has one.
One?
He has one. He can do 2 if you want to, but he has one. Go hang out with Panda out there,
Yeah, so he's got a ticket that he's trying to get rid of. So reach out to Philly on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you got him on. Reach out to him, even Defenders of the Bank, and he'll put you in the right path. So Philly, he's in chat here. Philly, let us know how much you want for it, and we'll try and get it sold for you.
$2.97. Free drinks, Jolly Ranchers. Can throw a popcorn at scarf. Have fun.
Oh, there he is. Oh, we love Philly. No, ma'am, no. That was awesome. Yes, and you see, throw it out there to Philly. He's got that ticket for sale. Help the man out, man. That's a lot of dough. That's a lot of dough. If you want to have a good time, I think that's like open bar and stuff.
Open bar too.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful ticket if you can afford it, right? You want to go out for a good time. This is the playoffs, people. Hopefully not our last game at home this year. But go out there and support, guys. That'll be a lot of fun down there. I'll be in the North End with Tony. That works. But yeah. Oh, hey, I saw Mendo did another comment. He did say Vela can be useful when leading at second half by controlling the game and giving through passes. Historically, yes, that is true. Again, these older dudes with skill could hold a ball. Maybe that's a second half vibe. I'm with you guys on that. Mendo wants to know if Philly accepts Klarna. That's funny. Cold hard cash, people. No, kidding. But yeah, reach out to Philly. You want to go get those tickets. All good things. All right, let's move it forward. Let's talk about what we've got to do now that we've put ourselves in this lovely situation where we're in a must-win against Vancouver. Ain't no time for mistakes. No time for own goals. No time for any of that. You got to own it in your house and not throw this thing away. I'll go with you, Bam. I mean, we're going to talk about lineups here, but what are your thoughts? What do we need from these guys? What do they have to approach differently with them? Because we did do well in leg 1, but leg 2 was, bad news.
We need to score first. Plain and simple, we need to score first. When you get them on their back foot, get that early goal, whether it is Bonga that scores it or someone else, we need to score first, score early, get them coming to attack us, get them playing so that we can break them down that way. That's the only way I can see us not going to penalties is we must score first. We don't score first, it's going to be a massive battle because they're just going to park the bus, and it's them parking the bus is hard to break down. So we must score first. That's what it comes into.
So there it is. You have to dictate. You can't let them park the bus. We know this. Every team that we've had that happen, we run in trouble. We'd never do well against that. I go to you, Tony. What do you expect from these guys? What must they do that's different from these first 2 games to close this bad boy out and get ready for a break before the next round?
Just show up. Like, we have home field advantage. Use it to your advantage. Use that to your advantage. This is why we have like first place, higher seed, everything like that. We might as well use it to what we need to do is like score first, show up for the players to show up. Bouanga, Oliveira, Kai, Giroux, everyone needs to just show up and get this win here because If we don't, like, yeah, it's a shortened season. It's also rest for the players for next year, but that's not good enough, especially for what we've done this season. Like, yeah, it's US Open Cup, not digressing that, but we are in the business of winning championships. And if we're not in the final and not there, then we have lost everything we've become.
And a quick reminder, as we celebrated on the 5th, our 2-year anniversary of our last cup, that this is not a team that sets and rests and goes, oh, let's just have a good off season. That ain't us. That's not our vibe. It would be a complete failure of a season if we don't get through tomorrow. That's simple. We got to execute. Now, guys, we saw the lineup from the last game. Now we look at the new game. I'd expect some changes, right? It's not just going to be carte blanche, same thing. I know Murillo's now playing all of a sudden, so maybe there's something with that. We know Lloris is back in goal. I'll go to you, Bam. Who are your back three? Last time it was Chanot, Palencia, Long. I'm not thinking that's going to be the same thing. What do you think?
For me, Chanot and Long will stay in there. I'm going to say they're going to start Segura instead of Palencia.
Ah, okay. A little redemption opportunity for him on the day?
Yep.
I mean, to be real, he did have that one moment, right? But if you watched what he was doing when he was out there, he saved us a few times in this last game. There were some big moments for him where it could have been a lot worse for us. So it's there. He is improving. Very unfortunate, right, to have the own goal, but I get you on that one. Murillo may be coming in second half. We'll see. I mean, it's kind of funny the first moments he got in there, he tried to kill somebody, so that was fun. Let's go. Yeah, so it could be interesting, or maybe they go back to 4-3-3. Could be something else as well to think about. Tony, I go to you, sir. Are we going with the back three? Are we going wide with the 4? What are your thoughts?
I think we go with the back three, to be honest. It's like that's what we've been doing the whole season. That's like what Trundle wants to do moving forward. So it's like, why change it up just because of a must winners and stuff like that? It's pretty much win or die by it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're gonna be playing for the. At the end of the day, Vancouver's gonna be playing for the tie. You know what I mean? Try to get the tie, to get a penalty kicks, and see where it goes from there. Because after that, it's like
stealing on a dead ball.
exactly.
Right? They're good at that. Yeah. So, all right. So who are your 3 back there?
I would say I'm gonna say Murillo, Chanot, and Long.
I got a funny feeling that you're right. I have a funny feeling it's going to be that. Just because Murillo is rested and healthy and ready to go, and he's back on his home field, and when he's in his element, it's fun. So I just got a feeling we're going to go tough back there, right? The Long, Chanot, Murillo vibe. Now, midfield situation, we had O'Brien and Tillman. Well, actually, the outside backs. I don't think there's much difference. Last time was Hollingshead. Well, I think a Palencia, right, will shift back out right. Am I wrong on that, Bam? Is that probably what we're going to look at again?
Yeah, that's probably what I'll look at again.
Cool. All right. I think Tony, you're kind of in the same realm with this one, or same idea.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the guys in the middle, O'Brien, Tillman. Is that who we're going with again, or are we going to see a shift up? I'm hoping for a shift. I will be honest. I'll lead with you again, Bam. What do you think?
No, it's going to be Epiode and O'Brien.
Ooh, double defensive minded. Interesting. Tony, are you thinking the same thing, or where are you at on this one?
I'm thinking Epiode as well, Tillman, and I'm gonna say Bogusz.
I mean, yeah, but if you're going 3-4-3, Bogusz going up high in the wing? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping for Epiode and Tillman on my end. Just, I need to see something in both directions here, and one guy out there isn't doing that. And so I want to see something different, something familiar, something where the guys are comfortable. And if you can't get comfortable out there with Epiode in the lineup, there's something wrong with you, right? Leadership is important here, and we need it. Up top, big story. You mentioned Bogusz already, Tony. Who's next to him up there?
Realistically, it's going to be honestly the same thing that we always see, because we just kind of we're just insane, because if you do things multiple times and you keep doing the wrong thing over and over, that's kind of insanity. But it's going to be Giroux, Oliveira, and Buonga. Or sorry, Giroux. It's gonna be Buonga and Oliveira. Or
No
Oliveira,
bogus then.
yeah. Bogus. That's what I was saying. Sorry, that's why I was saying Oliveira, but I was gonna say Bogus, Buonga, and
Giroux.
Giroux. Yeah.
Giroux. Yeah. Bam, are you thinking the same thing or? He's mute. He's mute.
Yeah, it's got to be the same thing. What I'd like to see, and even if we don't start Kai Kamara, I'd start Martinez instead of Giroud.
I'm just gonna get crazy with this thing. Maybe I'm off, but maybe Bogus back in the middle with Oliveira and Buonga and just let the speed win the day. Keep them honest. Yeah. I mean, Bogus can hit from distance. You put him in the middle where he can withdraw a bit, put some distance there, kind of clog the midfield when he needs to, come back up again high. I'm weird like that. I'd be okay with that. And if not, then yeah, for me, I'd prefer the Kamara, Bogus, Buonga trifecta up top. But am I thinking it's going to happen? No, I think we're set in our ways here, and we're gonna just keep plugging the wrong peg in the wrong hole, and just hope that if I hit it hard enough, man, it's gonna fit. I'm gonna make it fit, and hope and pray that somehow the ball bounces off his backside and he ends up with a goal in the day. So yeah, we'll see. I'm not loving the situation, but feeling that's what's going to happen as well, boys. So see a couple comments from the crew. Let's see where they're at on this one as well. We've got Gerardo Rios. Philly's still selling tickets. I see that. And then Gerardo Rios says Oliveira at wingback is good in theory, but he can't defend. Yeah, he got cooked. I think that's somewhere to make a change. I'm with you, dude. There was issues there, and we have guys to do the job now. So throw him. Yeah, throw him up high again. He's a winger. We're in good hands. I mean, he's been playing good there. So if he's out there, we'll still be okay. But I'm with you on that one. The wingback thing, let's go with experience. Experience is going to win the day. They're going to be full set on their lineup. I don't see any changes to their lineup either. Bam, right? It should be the same faces yet again. There are no injuries.
Looking at it, their sub Ryan Raposo is questionable going into it, so that might be a little bit different. So they won't have him to come in as a sub, but the starting lineup will be the same. You know, they'll be really stupid not to start the same lineup. You know, especially after the last game, they were all running. They all knew what to do. So
they could do no wrong.
No. Look, I'd like for them to bench Armstrong, Gould, White, but they won't.
No. They're going full tilt, and those top three, man, like now you see, right? When they're flowing, I don't care who's out there, you're gonna get in trouble. When it works for Vancouver, it works. Defensively, there are still openings. You could see that from our guys. They find it, but you just can't fall behind. That's the story of this game. That's always going to be the story, always and forever. Just hope our guys are pragmatic in this approach, I think is ultimately what I'm thinking. Just do the job. Be pragmatic. Take the simple stuff. Don't get locked in one-on-ones all the time. Be a little bit selfless at times. Do the job. Move on to the next round. It's going to be a long break. If I look at it right here, according to the schedule, if we get through this game, we move on to the next round. Your conference semifinals are going to be November 23rd and 24th. That is a long time out. And then, of course, conference finals, single game elimination, November 30th to December 1st. Of course, cup final December 7th. Craziest playoff format of any sport in the world at this point. We don't make any sense, but hey, international breaks are what they are, and we just have to be on the flip for it. So that's what's happening. Again, last thing I want to do tomorrow is walk out of that stadium going, well, what the hell happened to this season? Right? It just can't be. Columbus gave us a gift this week. there is hope. There is hope. You just got to move on. And you know what's going to happen. We're on a collision course with Carson. You better show up for the dance. It's that simple. If we aren't the guys there for the dance, then be worried. Be worried. You got to get the job done. You got to defend it, guys. That's simple. Do the job. Tony, your thoughts, man, before we close this bad boy out. I know it's a short one tonight, but hey, it's what we got to do.
Just go out there and support the boys. Like go full 90, whatever it goes into the 90 to plus over. Just we need to just secure this in order to move on to the next round. Who is going to be another familiar foe if we make it there? Let's just say if, because we never know what's going to happen. We can't take these guys too lightly. But after that, it's we'll see after Saturday where everything is going to lead up to, and for right now, home field advantage moving forward if we get the dub.
Yeah, if we get the dub, it's home field all the way to MLS Cup final. If Miami doesn't make it, of course. If Miami makes it, then it's in their house. Single game over there. If they don't make it, if somehow, some way it doesn't happen for them, and Atlanta United does something spectacular this weekend, it's ours to lose, guys. Ultimately, it's ours to lose. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm all about it. Facing probably Carson for the conference final, you couldn't write it any better. So be there, do the job, get to where we need to go. We've got a few things to do here, but yes, execute. That is your job to do so. Don't get lost in it. Of course, for the rest of the faithful, get out there, man. We got to fill it up tomorrow. We got to get noisy. We got to get stupid with this thing. It's that simple. So there goes that. All right. Like I said, it's going to be a short one this time. So let's close this bad boy out. I'm going to go to you, Tony, first with your final thoughts so we can get you properly rested for a proper performance in the North End, sir.
Just stay rested. I know some of you guys have the day off or not, but just stay rested, get ready for tonight. Just go full 90 and let's just, go as hard as we can, because that's all we can control, and all we can do is just support the team as best as we can. That's all we can do.
Simple as that. Bam.
Again, stay rested, go full 90 plus extra tomorrow. You got 2 weeks after us winning this game before the next game, so you got plenty of time to your voice to recover, all that kind of stuff. Again, like I always say, mental health, huge issue. It's okay to not be okay. Conversations can save a life. Reach out to your friends, have a conversation. Reach out to any of us, reach out to any of the other LAFC podcasts. We're all out for a chat, whether it is about soccer or other sports or whatever, especially with everything that's going on in the world at the moment. Just reach out, be a good human, and just know that there are people out there that will happily talk to you.
We're here for each other. We have to be. That's how it works in this world. It's called simple humanity, right? Be there for each other. We call ourselves a family for a reason. We call ourselves a community for a reason. So yeah, look out for each other for sure. And give a few hugs tomorrow, especially if things work out proper for us. Let's celebrate proper. Have a good time. Recover from this thing. And get ourselves to a happy weekend. That's the point. On that note, let's call this bad boy. Final word, boys. I'll go to you, Tony, first.
Stay golden, Los Angeles.
Bam.
Stay golden.
And from me to all of you, stay golden, Los Angeles.
Thank you for listening to the Heart of LAFC. Make sure to leave us a rating and review on iTunes or Stitcher. Shoulder to shoulder, the black and gold is taking over.